What's going on, everybody? Officially dog days. I think it's officially dog days. Truly just scrapping together stuff. First thing I thought this morning was like, do we need to do this? The answer was yes. The answer is yes, even though Bandy, actually, Bandy looks like he's turning to take in the show. Okay. It's a weird start to the day. I'm not gonna lie. I think it's the coffee's been bad. I haven't had enough of it, and there was a reason. I don't want to throw my wife under the bus this early in the morning, but there's some chicanery happening this morning. So we're on the second batch of it, and it's not good. And honestly, I didn't take the sip of the second batch until we went live, and now I regret going live. I wish I had delayed the show and did it again, because I've got to tell you, this is a tilting start to the day. I can feel it. I can feel we gotta shake the vibes. We gotta get the vibes out. Who do we got this morning? Snoop Loop's here. Let's go, Snoop. National Respect for Parents Day. Gonna have to tell my kids that one. There you go. Okay, we shouted all the parents out there. We got a beautiful, beautiful morning for the Commonwealth. This is Boston based jump shoots here. Stubbs, good morning. The Common Man, we the people. Skeets is here. Steve's, yeah, if you put it too early, sometimes they disappear. Matic Autos here, sipping from this NBA bit mug. Let's go. Let's go. Thank you for those who have gotten some. If you ordered merch on that big giveaway show we did, you should have that by now. That's good. T-Man's here. Veronica, good morning. What else we got? Anything else? DJ Local. No, it wasn't that, Common Man. It wasn't that. Don't end up in the dog. No, everything's fine. And she had to go back to like away for a couple days, so it's okay. It's okay. Everything's fine, guys. J Bus is here. Orion, good morning. Good morning. Patrick's here. Anybody else? Maddie Harrison. Let's go. Live man on the street as you go to a coffee shop. I don't really want to do that either. I can tell. I'm not in the my interactions with people are going to be rough today, which is tough because for those that remember on Tuesday, I have a lot of shit going on. So it's going to be real touch and go today. All right, enough of that. What are we doing? All right. So just to remind the people, if you missed out last night, we fired up our first So Rare video of the new season. Technically, we did one with Andrew Laird, but recorded, produced. I even edited that bad boy. So go check that out. Just kind of took a look at 6 different players that are not like super, just like under the radar calls that I'm excited about. So we took a look at that to get us ready for So Rare. We'll do one of those a week moving forward. And then just a reminder, no NBA bit tomorrow, no Wednesday morning shows. Then we'll be back Thursday and Friday. Maybe we do something Wednesday afternoon. Oh, the 89 Cavs, I believe, are back Wednesday at 6:30. We're going to do a special summer edition of the 89 Cavs. So 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow night. That'll be fun. Steve is locked in and ready to go. He was excited to get that one. Wow, Boston Bay said he purchased a So Rare card yesterday, sir. They're called cards. They are called cards. All right, that's really it. That's it for updates. I don't think we have anything else. There's only really one thing that I wanted to talk about today, and then I don't know. We can see what kind of chaos we get into, or it'll just be an abbreviated show. Maybe we'll just do another 35 again. Yesterday. So they announced, and I saw some like inklings of this. Oh, there you go. But poor guy. He's got an itchy chin. Look at that poor guy. There he is. He's like, you looking at me, bro? So a report came out like, I don't know, maybe 3 weeks ago. And they were like, it looks like ESPN is lining up Doris Burke and Doc Rivers. And I was surprised by that because everybody was making it known that Mark Jackson was still on board. And like we knew that Jeff Van Gundy was laid off. We knew that ESPN went through all these layoffs. I think it was the House of Strauss. I read something from Ethan Strauss about how one of the higher ups at ESPN is a real big fan of Mark Jackson. And maybe that's part of the reason why Mark Jackson stayed on. So I was surprised that they were talking about how Mark was going to be still with ESPN, but not on the call, not on like the main broadcast team. And then the reports come out that yesterday that Mark is no longer with ESPN. And it sounds like, and again, none of this I don't think is like officially reported, but it sounds like they were trying to be like, hey, Mark, listen, what about maybe doing it with Mark Jones and you can be like the B team? And then that report kind of got moved around a little bit too. And then ESPN was like, no, we actually really like what JJ Redick and Richard Jefferson are doing. I find the whole thing fascinating because like Mike Breen is the GOAT. And I thought Jeff Van Gundy was really good. I know people like complain about Jeff Van Gundy being kind of boring. Not boring, but like complaining about the refs too much and all that stuff. But ultimately, I really like Van Gundy. Mark Jackson, I mean, I very rarely enjoyed Mark Jackson on air. And I know that's like a thankless job. Most people just point out the things that you do poorly. I was never really like a Mark Jackson fan. But I was really surprised to see them elevate Doris Burke, who I really like Doris Burke. So if we just like look at what that 3-person team is going to be with Mike Breen, who I love. Mike Breen's the best. Doris Burke, who I really like, even though I really did not enjoy the coverage of the Philly 76ers series, but I mean the Philly and Boston series. And then the third person being Doc Rivers, which I'm okay with. I thought Doc was good when he was on TV like 25 years ago. But here's the thing. If Doc is going to do this, and Doc, if you're listening right now or watching right now, first of all, thank you. I need you to go into, you know how Aaron Rodgers did one of those dark retreats? I need you to go into like a quiet retreat. All right. I want you to take in John Krasinski's and Emily Blunt's A Quiet Place Part 1 and Part 2. I don't know if Part 3 came out. I want you to just drink tea and honey and pineapple juice. People don't know that about pineapple juice, but anytime I start losing my voice, we drink a little pineapple juice because it coats the throat. I want you to just stay away from people. I don't want you to talk to anybody. I want you to do some writing. I don't know. Because if you are going to do this, especially when we get to the playoffs and the NBA Finals, and you are sounding like someone that swallowed the Marlboro Man, I can't do it. I can't have you attention. Like I can't do that every single time. I can't hear Mike Breen saying some like articulate, eloquent, beautiful call. Doris Burke breaking down the high pick and roll from Jokic and Jamal Murray, and then Doc Rivers being like, like I can't have that. I can't have that. This coffee is so watery. I'm I have no one to blame but myself. Let me rephrase that. Anyways, Doris is a better interviewer than announcer, in my opinion. I really like Doris's breakdown. I do agree a little bit of what you're saying here with the people, although I would say interviewee. Like I always enjoy her when she's a guest on a podcast. I feel like she does a really good job. I like Doris. I do like Doris a lot. I think Doris is really good. And I'm here for change, okay? I'm here for change. 2023, I'm here for change. I didn't need Mark Jackson in my life anymore. Congrats to everyone. I'm sure some people did in the chat saying, "Mama, there goes that man," as he left his job. I do wonder. Mark is always rumored to be in like different coaching searches too, and I wonder maybe I don't know. It'd probably be weird for him to come back into the league as an assistant, but I don't know. Maybe he takes on some sort of coaching responsibility. Maybe coaches college. I don't know, but I'll be curious what he does next. Same thing with Van Gundy. But this, like the first round of layoffs, right? Stan, this is a great comment. He says he just likes Doris because she got paid by Top Shot just like him. Do you guys remember when they were like, "Hey, do me a favor"? Top Shot was like, "Hey, do me a favor. You want Doris Burke? You want Doris Burke to narrate you recreating one of those moments?" That never happened. That never happened. Anyways, back to that point of what they're going to do next with Jeff Van Gundy, right? That was a round of layoffs. ESPN is hemorrhaging money. They were trying to restructure some things so that they are not losing as much money as they are. They have to get rid of some of the high-end talent because they make the most. You're not going to lay off 40,000 underlings. You're going to lay off one guy who makes as much as the 40,000, right? But this feels like it was a more of a restructuring, and Mark Jackson was like, "Nah, I'm good," and then they moved. J Bus says it was messed up. They added her after the moments came out. Didn't they do that with most of those? Because that was the first time around. I can't remember. Boston Base says, "Give us Malika." Malika has never done any commentating though, has she? Are they hemorrhaging money, or do they just need to get higher profits to appease shareholders? I think both, right? Because when they do, budgets and projections, it's based on how many people are subscribing to or pay for cable, and like that number drastically dropped over the last 10 years, right? The other thing that happened, I mean, they put so much energy into these streaming type services, right? Like ESPN Plus, which ESPN Plus has some like pretty cool programming, but I don't know. like, do you think more money goes into the content of ESPN Plus or is brought in from ESPN Plus? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, does it cost more to create, what was it, like Kenny Mayne's Mamba Mentality, whatever the shows they're putting behind the paywall? Or does, I think one of the other things too, I'm sorry, I'm kind of jumping around. It's not just ESPN's hemorrhaging money, but like Disney's also hemorrhaging money, right? Isn't this like 2 consecutive quarters or something of Disney being hashtag down? Shout out Bob Iger, who I've been saying some wild stuff lately. I don't know. Anyways, let's see what we have else in the chat. Is Rachel Nichols still toxic? Doesn't Rachel Nichols have a show on Showtime now? I think. The Ocho is back, Mike. The ESPN Ocho. Boston Base has watched it. Yeah, all right. I know we talked about it yesterday. I'm telling you, if you just looked at the Davidson stuff, it was great. I didn't care about the other stuff. Rumor has it, Veronica says that Disney might sell to Apple. Yeah, I saw that a while ago. I don't know if that's going to actually happen. Disney just brought on, look at us just talking about, we're getting into the weeds here of media. They just brought on Bob Iger just brought on somebody else that used to be there. And I don't know. I don't know. We'll see what happens. None of it matters right now. We get this strike, baby. We get the strike, which is going to start hurting us in like a couple of months when Abbott Elementary doesn't come back. What other shows? What other shows that normally come back in the fall aren't going to come back? It's going to be a bummer. Mergers and acquisitions bit. I would love to get merged and acquiesced. Somebody buy me up. You know what I'm saying? Somebody buy me up. I would love that. I would love that. When am I getting paid? It's the grind. It's the grind. Oh yeah, SNL will definitely not be back. You know how I know SNL's not coming back? Because my friends who either write for it or appear on it their stand-up tours are going right through September and October. So I don't think that was kind of like the first tip of the hat that they're not anticipating the strike ending in September, because they are all going. We did. It's called oversubscribe. That's true. That got Veronica paid. That hasn't gotten me paid yet. Ooh, Tulsa King. Yeah, let's get Tulsa King back. I think I told you guys this yesterday. Righteous Gemstones. Did you guys watch the finale of Righteous Gemstones? Are people watching that? That show is perfect. I'm not going to spoil it. That show is the best. They probably won't win any awards or anything like that, but that show is so freaking good. How about Tina Fey? That's not happening. I don't think it'll be Tina Fey taking over SNL for Lorne Michaels. Did you make that rumor up? I don't think that's happening. My guess is that SNL doesn't exist when Lorne Michaels is done. Landscape of media is changing, dude. My guess is it doesn't, or a different. I don't think it's going to have the same cachet. I mean, you're even seeing it with like late night stuff. The Daily Show still hasn't figured out who their new host is going to be, right? Now, granted, they're not doing any work right now because of the strike. But I just say it was in an article yesterday. Yeah, I don't know. Hold on. There we go. Veronica says we're witnessing a revolution in the way we obtain media. There will be companies that go bankrupt and companies that adapt. It's going to be very interesting. Yeah, that's what I mean. I actually don't think we saw one of the worst late night hosts in history, James Corden, step down, right? He's going to go back to doing some Broadway probably and acting and stuff. And I don't know if they fill that spot. I don't know what they're going to do with that, right? They didn't fill Craig Ferguson's spot, right? They turned that into something else. I just wonder if that goes back to the affiliates and we don't see, when Jimmy Fallon's time is done, when Seth Meyers' time is done. I just think it might be done. I just don't. Maybe we see a different version of it, but nobody consumes the media that way anymore. I don't know how many people are staying up to watch late night shows. If I'm not staying up, I don't know who is, because that shit was built for me. And so if I don't know who's. I just don't think we obtain media. Like Veronica's saying, we obtain media differently now, or we consume it differently now than we did in the past. So I don't know. I'll be curious to see how this all shakes out, and also how long this strike lasts, dude. Because this is when writers strike, it's one thing because writers are dorks. But when actors start striking, they start getting like professional speakers, like orders, celebrities who like everyone like name recognition. And all of a sudden those clips go like it's one thing if there's a clip of the dude who wrote The Office, like Greg Daniels. Does anybody know what Greg Daniels looks like? Maybe Greg Daniels is out there and he's like, he gives some impassioned speech, takes a photo with a sign, whatever. But now it's like Bryan Cranston. Bryan Cranston's out there yelling. It's just, I don't know. I'll be curious to see what happens. All right. Maddie says late night used to serve an important purpose to the corpse by highlighting upcoming projects. Now that is all done on social, the YouTubes. Yeah. Listen, I think we got to start thinking about this strike differently. All right. Technically, I'm not a scab, but if this strike continues, does that mean Team Hold becomes your one-stop shop for all things media? Can we benefit off this? Don't watch TV much anymore. Isn't it all just infomercial now? For late night? No, I wouldn't say it's just infomercial. I don't know. Yeah, Team Hold is the future of the late night. Is live TV dead? No. Oh, well, that's why the sport. It's not dead. It's definitely not dead because you're seeing how much these NBA TV rights are going to cost, right? These like networks. Because I think that is like some of the only shit that people are watching live right now. I know HBO. Didn't HBO drop some numbers recently? Maybe it was maybe I'm thinking about Euphoria. Also, did you see that kid from Euphoria passed away yesterday? It's like 25 years old. It's like a week after his dad died. And he just couldn't deal with it. I was so sad. And Paul Rubens died yesterday. Man, Paul Rubens is a real one. Paul Rubens, obviously Pee Wee Herman. Obviously him, but one of the best cameos. Best performances all time. We were talking about Tina Fey earlier. Paul Rubens on 30 Rock. All time. Iconic. Iconic performance. Iconic. Anyways. Yeah, some bummer stuff there. Bummer stuff. I was a big Pee Wee fan when I was a little kid. I think it really freaked my mom out. She did not like it. My mom did not like it. Although my mom didn't let me watch The Simpsons when I was a kid. Yeah. It's okay, though. Snoop Blue with a really good point on National Respect Your Parents Day. If it's not Blippi or Super Kitties on TV, I'm out. You know what's funny that Blippi's a TV show because it just reminded me. Do you remember? Was it? Oh no, it's Miss Lippy. I was thinking it was Miss Blippi of Adam Sandler, Billy Madison. Yeah, Pee Wee died yesterday. Pee Wee said he came out and said he didn't. A statement. There was a statement from Pee Wee's fam that he had been dealing with cancer for the last 6 years, and no one really knew. No one knew. All right, here we go. Just trying to get us back on track here. My favorites to win the upcoming Basketball World Championship for national teams: France, Serbia, the United States, Spain, Slovene. So I actually don't think Serbia has a shot, and that's because Jokic said he's not playing. So with no Jokic, I think the Serbs are going to be in a little bit of trouble. Are you talking about the FIBA World Championship? Yeah, you must be. I don't think Serbs got a shot with no Jokic. France is up there. I think the one team that you forgot to put up there that I think has the second best odds according to Vegas is Canada. With Canada, dude, Canada's starting five. RJ Mother Barrett, Andrew Wiggins, Jamal Murray, Lou Dort, Shea Gilgeous Alexander. So I think that team's going to have a real shot. Spain's always feisty. Slovenia is legit just because Luka Magic is going to be out there. And France, too. France isn't having, who is it? Victor Wembanyama is not playing for Bonjour Francais. So that does affect it a little bit. But I think the United States actually might get cooked. Not to be a bummer over there, but yeah, I think the United States might get cooked. Because right there, who's their best player? Jaren Jackson Jr.? Like I don't know who's leading that team. Who is leading that team? Also, I just got an email from Paramount Plus saying that my subscription's going up. How are they going to raise prices for subscriptions when new content isn't coming out? Are you kidding? I stand with the WGA. Why'd you say Mac McClung? No Wiggs for. Oh, Wiggs said he's not playing. Damn, sorry, Canada folk. All right, no Wiggs. I still think Canada's up there. Let me pull that up. I thought I saw some the other day about the FIBA Vegas odds. FIBA Vegas odds. And then I think it doesn't look like Giannis Antetokounmpo. Man, what a terrible pronunciation there is playing. Oh, I was wrong. Wow. All right. All right, let's do this. Who do you think has the second best odds? USA is minus 170. I am not taking that bet. I also, who pays for Paramount Plus? I do, because I think I watched I think they had did they have Champions League, or they had maybe the Premier League? I forget why I paid for it. And then Tulsa King, baby. So the United States is minus 170. I don't like that. But Mike Zakarian famously hates America. So, all right. So no big men for Canada. That's all right. It's a small man's game. Jump Shoot says France. Anybody else? Who else do we have? Who do you think is second best odds in the FIBA World Cup? Don't look it up either. Don't be one of those hoop grids phonies who look it up. Speaking of which, when Kelsey was out of town last week, I went to I built a fantasy baseball lineup, a little DFS, and I was like, I'm gonna go to the bar and get. I think I told you guys this. I was like, I don't want to cook, so I went and got a drink and ate some food and watched the game. And there was trivia going on, which I like. Whatever. Anyways, I was like, all right, whatever. I'll just play along by myself. And I was on my phone a bunch because I was checking different baseball scores in between questions. And a team came up to me. And they were like, hey, man, you need to put that phone down. There's no cheating in trivia. And it was I almost want to be like, do you know who I am? Do you know who I am? I am one of the premier unknown trivia hosts in the state of New York. How dare you? How dare you? I don't give a shit about this. All right, sorry. Back to what we were talking about. People were saying Spain, Lithuania, Antarctica. Okay, Sneeps. What team is Luke on? He's on Serbia, Russia, Brazil. Well, you're all wrong. Aussie, Aussie, Aussie. Oi, oi, oi. Australia, plus 850, second best odds. Then it goes Serbia, plus 900. Bonjour Francais, plus 1200. Canada, plus 1400. Luka and the Slovenes, plus 1500. España, plus 2K. And then Greece, plus 2200. That's crazy. I did not see Aussie playing, but who do the Australians have? Let me look up FIBA Australia roster. I wonder too if I'm looking at the wrong the Australian FIBA. No, don't just show me the roster. We got Patty Mills, Matisse Steibel, Joe Ingles, Jock Landell, Josh Green. I didn't know Josh Green was Aussie. Maddie Delavadova, Jack White from the White Stripes, Dyson Daniels. Oh, Josh Giddey, Xavier Cooks. That's a pretty solid team. The Ben Simmons factor. No, Ben Simmons isn't playing. Let's go. Stan representing Puerto Rico in the chat. That's kind of a fun roster. I want to look at the Serbia roster now because I don't know why I have all caps on this. I want to look at the Serbia roster because with no Jokic, I want to know who they got. All right, Serbia announces their 20-man. Okay, I don't know. All right, so let's go. We're gonna crush these pronunciation. Alexa Avamorevic, Dusan Belsac, Bogdan of the Bogdanoviches, Ognjan Dobric, Dejan Davidovic, Ognjan Hramas, Nikola Jovic, Stefan Jovic, Vanya Marankovic, Nikola Milotrov, Nemanja Nedovic, Filip Petrusev, Alexei Pokuchevsky, Alexa Hradanov, Dusan Ristic, Ellen Smalic, Borisa Simanic, Nikola Topic, Jonas Trevinovic, Marko Gudric. All right, so they have how many? Bogdan plays for the Hawks. They've got Nikola Jovic for the Heat. They've got Filip Petrusev for the Sixers, Poku for the Thunder. That's 4 NBAers right there. That's 4 NBAers. Not too bad. Not too bad. All right, so Serbia and Australia's second best odds, though. That's pretty. I honestly, you think I lost my Serbian fan base? I crushed that pronunciation. Are you kidding me? I crushed it. I crushed it. Solid. A plus. 10 out of 10. Itches and bitches. My best friend Vedran is over in Bosnia right now. Actually, he's over in Bosnia, which I know is not Serbia, but he's over in Bosnia right now. The only reason I can tell is I get drunk text messages from him around 10:30 in the morning. That wasn't an impression of Borat. How dare you? How dare you? What's all these question marks? Come on, aces. That was the best. I don't know. What else you guys want to do? Oh, the NBA Top Shot had a blog come out yesterday. And I'm going to say, listen, I know everyone's going to be like, FUD machine. All right. I'm going to just make fun of one thing. And then ultimately, I thought they did a really good job explaining some stuff. But I am going to make fun of one thing. And I get it. There's probably no good way that they could have handled what I'm about to make fun of. But this is my favorite thing. And it happened to be like the first thing I saw. So this is pretty good. Here we go. Let's share that screen, girl. All right. The Pack Marketplace. When can we expect the Pack Marketplace to be live? Top Shot's Pack Marketplace remains actively in development and remains one of our top priorities. We're not close. That's what that meant, which I thought was funny. That made me giggle a little bit. That made me giggle. You got your plus minus backwards with Australia? What do you mean? I said, what did I say they were plus 900? They're the second most favored. That was the whole point of the Australians. My bad. The rest of the blog, I don't know, is fine. Let's do this. Let's do this so you get more of my face. So they talked about the Series 4 sets. They explained there are new historical sets coming in Series 4, and those will be the only final unreleased sets of the series. Video game numbers ended with Tatum's reward. They explained net neutrality. They released 4.9 million moments for the 3,800 of us. However, over 2.8 milli were burned. 2.1 were burned from leaderboards and trade ticks, plus 690,000 burned from challenges. 2.6 milli moments are locked right now. Moments traded in by collectors, 1.6 milli. Net supply, 4.9 released by Top Shot, minus 7 out of circulation by collectors is a net negative of minus 2.1 mil. The negative 2.1 mil moments does not include the 8.4 million moments burned by Top Shot in Series 4. So there we go. That did. It sounds like they were trying to say, wait, Australia's the second? Was I looking at the wrong thing, J-Bus? Hold on. Let me go back to that. Sorry. FIBA World Cup odds, right? Oh, yeah, you're right. Well, no, you know what it was? So what the fuck was I looking at? All right, my bad. Sorry, we're going to go back over here. My bad. Good call, J-Bus. Good call. Shit, what did I just open? What was I looking at? All right. Whoa. Okay, there we go. Sorry, you guys can't see this, but it looks like I'm frozen. All right, here we go. So USA minus 105. Wait, they don't have the second worst though, so you are wrong as well. So we're both wrong. All that changed was Canada jumped up to +4, Australia's +9, Slovenia's +9, France +1,000, Spain +1,100, Greece +1,300, Serbia +1,300, Germany +20. Yeah, so this was actually closer than it wasn't. How dare you, dude? How dare you, J-Bus? How dare you, J-Bus? All right, let's go back over here. So will Top Shot only? Yeah. So then they were saying, hey, we don't know how to figure out how to just reward true collectors of fans, but we'll think about it. Okay, that's fine. Series 4 base set will be when will minting be complete? The final 24 base set and parallels. They told us when they are. They'll be introduced in July. Yada yada yada. Then there are no plans to change the Top Shot score. With that being said, we expect to continue to evolve burn leaderboards to help make the game design more interesting on Top Shot. A recent example with an evolution to burn leaderboards came to fruition with the recent Series 1 vault leaderboards, which had separate entries for pricing Series 4, 3, 2, and 1 moments. There you go. That's fun. Okay, you said second. Okay, yes, I did say second best, and then you said I had it backwards, and then you said they're second worst. So you're wrong, and I'm wrong. All right, locking and unlocking. They were like, "Hey, you didn't give us anything cool for locking," and they were like, "Yeah, but if not, whatever, who cares?" Then they talked about Series One supply, summer pack drops, KD's anthology. Who cares? So this is what I will say: an autograph moments. Maybe they're coming soon. Maybe they're coming soon. Here's what I'll say about this. This is what, like, whether you were like, "Oh my god, this blog changed my life," or "This blog changed my life for the worse." I think it's that was like a good, hey, here's everything that we have that happened this year. It was a good retrospection. Is that the right word? Is that a word? Um, of like what they did this year, what was good. Because I think I do this sometimes where I'm like so focused on what happened content wise in the last like week, that I gotta, you zoom out a little bit and you're like, hey, actually, we did do a lot of good things. So I think it was good for them to spell it out like that. No one cares about digital autographs. It's dumb, says Boston based. An email is a digital autograph. That's good. That's a fun campaign. That's something Top Shot Tony would say. You want an autograph, dude? Yeah, I don't really care. I don't really care about it. But I do remember people being excited about it at the beginning. Like this time last year, actually, probably even longer than that. Like a year and a half ago, people were like, "Oh my god, can you imagine, dude? Can you imagine if you like digitally autograph that shit, dude? As well as you go, fucking man, dude, you just digitally autograph that thing. Feel like, oh, dude, man, it's also science thing, dude." Yeah, I don't think it matters. I don't know. All right, we made it to 32 minutes. Hell yeah, baby. What else you guys want to do? Anything else you guys want to get into? I talked Top Shot blog. There you go, Pac Mamba. You listening? We did Top Shots talk. That was Tom Brady's company's whole gimmick. People liked it. Yeah, didn't they get themselves in some hot water though for being liar, liar, pants on fire? I thought their whole gimmick, I know it was called autograph, but I thought there was more because it was like, dude, if you own Tom Brady's platinum autograph, you get to actually watch Tom Brady kiss his children. I thought it was stuff like that. If each auto was unique, that'd be all right. Okay, digital autographs will look cool in the thumbnail, but that's it. That's true. That would look cool in the thumbnail. And you know how we feel about thumbnails, dude. We're bullish on thumbnails. Bullish on thumbnails. What else we got? You should be able to take a moment in the Top Shot app. Yeah. Excuse me, one more time. Matthew Harrison says, "Oh, dude, the census bros are walking around." I gotta tell you, that is one of the most thankless jobs in the world, being a census bro. Like, just kind of go walking around, being like, "Hey, dude, like, do you actually live here? How many live here?" Oh, and I've been avoiding them, like, just kind of like matrix thing. All right, Maddie says you should be able to take a moment in the Top Shot app. Have the NBA player place their thumb on your phone and get the autograph that way, dude. I think you are trying to steal players' identities. I think that, yeah, you should be able to show them the NBA Top Shot app, scan their retina. I love this idea, Matt. Oh man, are they sticker autos? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, get your player's iPad password. You guys see today's, listen, I want everybody to do me a favor. Today, what's it at 4:30, 4 o'clock? Make sure you watch Tandy's show today. It's his 2-year anniversary. 2 years of Tandalini. So go check out Tandy today. He's got a special guest. I asked to be on it. He said no, because it's gonna be a good show, he said. To be fair, I asked to be on it as Luke Nasty, which it'll make sense why he said no. But yeah, that's today. I think it's today, right? I think he said it was today. Am I making that up? Because I know his show's usually on Thursday, but I'm pretty sure. No day like today. Oh, let me check. God, the X. You guys see the First Mint? First Mint are football bros now. Did you see that? They're going pretty heavy on NFL all day. That's fun. That's pretty cool. Yeah, he said tomorrow. He tweeted this out yesterday. Tomorrow marks 2 years of Tanda Rooney. If you've watched the stream or engaged, I appreciate you. Look for our guest announcement tomorrow. Oh no, it's Thursday. My bad. It's Thursday. My bad. He's announcing who the guest is on today. My bad. Okay, my bad. Anyways, whatever. You can go watch Tandy today too if you want. I don't know, guys. What else you guys got for me? I got to take the dog out soon. I'll wait for the chat. If you got anything else spicy for me, I'll keep going. I'll keep going, but I don't know. It's so quiet, man. I was like waiting. It's so quiet. I did a so rare video yesterday. I know I'm supposed to like take some time off, but I don't want to. You know, we got to feed the algorithm. That being said, no show tomorrow morning. I thought there was another announcement thing that I had to tell you guys about too, but I'm blanking on. I don't know. We'll have some new stuff heading into the beginning of probably September. We'll have a fun one. Did Dame expose Woj? When? When? Like in a new thing, or you just mean in general? I don't think he did. I think with like with the I don't think like listen, I don't like Woj. I'm not a big Woj bro. I don't like those graphics he tweets out. But I don't think. Oh wait, hold on. You just sent the video to Discord? Hold on. Did something just happen? If something just happened, we'll watch it right now. Oh, hey, oh, dude, our man Casey did it. Oh wait, hold on. I think I did see this. So here's the thing with the Woj stuff, man. I don't think he said anything wrong about the situation with Portland and Dame. You know, like I don't think he said anything out of pocket. And I mean, it is true. It is true that his agent doesn't. So like Woj feeds off information, right? Woj's whole deal is people give him information and then he shares it. That's his whole thing. So whether it's agents, coaches, whoever, because he has good relationships with them, he gets information early, he gets to break stuff, right? He's had a long running history now of like 10 years with Dame's agent. Is it Aaron Goodwin? And Goodwin doesn't feed him information. And because of that, Woj doesn't really like him. But I think in this situation with Portland, I don't know if I think if anything, Woj is just being a little bit more honest because he doesn't feel the need to protect the client or Dame because they've never done anything. So I think he's just being a little bit more honest about it. I don't know. I'll have to watch all of Casey's video though. Shout out all AM Hoops he does good stuff though. I like Casey. He's been on the show a couple of times. Thanks for sharing that, J Bus. Steve says, do you think Cardi B will get charged for throwing a microphone at a lady? Yeah, I saw the fan is pressing charges. I don't know. I got two minds of it. I saw people being like, yeah, it was wrong that they threw a drink at Cardi B, but Cardi B is a famous person. She's got to know not to throw something back. I mean, like, yeah, that's probably true. But also sometimes if you act out of pocket, you should get hit in the face with a microphone. I think that's fine. I do think that's fine. I can count at least 4 times performing where I'd love to throw a microphone at somebody's face. I think I've had people come on stage when I've been performing 3 times in my life. And I think each one of them, they've deserved to have been hit. I didn't hit any of them, but I think they deserve to be hit. I think if you go on stage, like, that's why, I mean, I think Will Smith should get beat up. I'm pro that. Orion says the trend of people throwing shit at artists on stage is getting out of hand. Yeah, I don't want to be like old guy with my pants up high on my lawn or whatever, but I think I do think this whole idea of like everybody's recording everything at all time and like everybody's trying to have their own moment, and whether it's trying to instigate a moment or just be a part of a moment, I don't know. It does feel a little. Yeah, I know. Orion says I blame TikTok. I know. We the People says, whose career was more impacted by injuries, Brandon Roy or D Rose? Brandon Roy, man. But Brandon Roy, they kind of knew from the beginning it was only he had like a 5-year run, right? They knew like from the very beginning that was going to happen. D Rose is a little bit more surprising. Man, D Rose, though, needs to shut the fuck up, man. I don't know if you guys saw. I don't even want to talk about it just because if anybody's taking the other side, I really don't want to hear about it. But I don't know. If I was D Rose in D Rose's corner or his lawyer or anything, man, I'd be like, dude, you gotta not talk about that stuff. All right. Anyways, Boston Bay says, I had a drunk girl pour an entire drink on my head at a bar once. Nothing personal. She was just hammered. That was a nightmare. That is tough. In Central Square? Okay, hold on. Let's guess. Was it at the Middle East? Boston Bay? I'm trying to think of where in Central Square people pouring drinks on people's head. But Middle East would be my first guess. The Republic, I think, was it called the Republic? That would be my second guess. My third guess would be, fuck, I'm trying to think. It was close to the Middle East. There was also this bar across the street from the Middle East, but I don't think that's what it was. Wait, so it wasn't the Middle East, huh? I really thought it'd be the Middle East is like where shit gets weird. Worst bar you can think of? Was it the Field? The Field? Ooh, Top Shot comments says I'll be in Boston next week. Need some recommendations. If you like seafood, go to the Daily Catch. The Daily Catch is great. Anywhere in the North End is great. Harpoon Brewery's fun. Also, Trillium's fun. Irish Sports Bar worse than the Field. Asgard? No, because that's not really a sports bar. Wait, where is it? In Central Square? Just tell me what the name of it is at this point. Just tell me the name. Yeah, it's Stan. I can't talk about it, but the D-Rose thing was crazy. I need to know what's the name of that bar now. Oh, the Phoenix Landing. No, you're right. I wouldn't have guessed it, but yes, I do remember the Phoenix Landing. Oh my God, dude, the Phoenix Landing. I totally forgot about the Phoenix Landing. Honestly, the last time I was doing that gene on gene grind action probably was the Phoenix Landing. Like 15 years ago. Let's fucking get it. Yeah, the Harpoon Breweries, Sam Adams Brewery is like a cool, like historical type thing. Harpoon Brewery is sick though. Harpoon Brewery is like that's a fun hang. Wow, the Phoenix Landing, dude, that sends me back. Phoenix Landing. Middle East was dope bar though. Middle East is still there, right? I always liked hanging out there. That's like one of my favorite places I performed. I really enjoyed the Middle East. Well, I'm trying to think of now. I'm just thinking of Cambridge bars. All right, I don't know. 43 minutes, baby. Who says you can't talk about nothing for an hour? All right, I think we got to call it there. Now that we're talking about grinding. Hey, No Dunks is back today. You can go watch that for some actual basketball content. Basketball content. All right, so just a reminder, no NBA bit tomorrow. However, at 6:30 p.m. Eastern, the 89 Cavs will be back. On Thursday, the NBA bit will be back. On Friday, the NBA bit will be back. If you want some So Rare content, we put out some So Rare stuff yesterday, last night. Go check that out. J-Bus just says fantasy in general. What about fantasy? Orion says I saw Kendrick Lamar perform in Middle East before he blew up for $15. Yeah, dude, Middle East is sick. There's another venue in Cambridge that I'm blanking on that I saw some real. Oh, there was this band called what was his name? We were promised Jetpacks. It's one of the best concerts I've ever seen. It was at some venue in Cambridge that I really am blanking the name on. But I can't remember. Yeah, sign up for the fantasy football leagues. Yeah, here. If you guys are trying to do fantasy football, you can sign up. I'll drop a link in the chat here. Hold on. I'm gonna try to get this squared away by August 15th, but I got stuff going on. I'm busy. Let me get that Google form together. I think we've only had like 9 or 10 people fill it out. So I need to know how many we need. So I'm going to share this in the chat right now. Un momento, por favor. Let's shorten that URL. Copy it. There we go. Copy. All right, I'm going to drop it in the chat. Yeah, sign up. Oh, the Sinclair. Oh my God. I dated somebody from the Sinclair that worked at the Sinclair for a little while. That was like right before I moved to New York. And it ended weirdly. Yeah, the Sinclair is fun. Yeah, love. We were promised Jetpacks rocked. That was like that was when I was cooler. Oh, that's funny. I didn't see that. All right, I take it back. I stand with the fan that threw the glass at Cardi. All right, everybody felt that form if you want to do fantasy football. Otherwise, I'll see you all tomorrow night. Appreciate everyone being here this morning. Hope you guys have a great rest of the day. Happy little Tuesday. Humidity's gone in the Northeast. Everybody's loving life, you know? Enjoy the day. We'll see you tomorrow.